my colleagues, the media. We have a communique which we drafted after a 2-day retreat at Yankari. The communique was ratified and adopted by the whole Congress of the Coalition of Northern Groups, made up of the National Executive Council, the state executives, and the students' wing. So we read quickly, it's not huge. The Coalition of Northern Groups, CNG, today concluded this year's annual retreat that commenced on Friday, 12th August 2022, with national and state executives of the CNG and executives of its students' wing from the 19 northern states in attendance. Deliberations at the retreat concentrated on 5 major issues as follows. 1. Pervasive insecurity exacerbated by A. Weak response, B. Rising poverty, C. Defense corruption, and looming humanitarian crisis. Number 2, 2023 elections. Number 3, university workers strike. Number 4, IPOB and United Nations interference. And number 5, structural reforms. Insecurity. The retreat noted the largely unchecked escalating security situation that is crippling the Northern Nigerian economic and educational viability, leaving thousands dead, millions displaced, and thousands more dispossessed. We also noted the rise in crime and violence in the north, associated with the disabling level of poverty, weak, inefficient, ineffective, and insufficient government response, absence of political will and capacity, in addition to defense corruption. The retreat noted with concern the inevitability of the setting in of a serious humanitarian crisis that potentially threatens not only the North or Nigeria, but the entire sub-Saharan Africa. Crisis overview, insurgency. A decade-long Boko Haram conflict with no end in sight has led to one of the world's most severe humanitarian crises, with an estimated 27,000 people, most of them civilians, killed. The retreat noted that some 8.4 million people in the northeast states of Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe will need humanitarian aid in 2022. Of this, 2.2 million are internally displaced. 1.5 million are returnees who lack essential services and livelihoods, and 3.9 million are members of communities affected by the hosting of internally displaced people. The figure also includes the majority, an estimated 733,000 of the 1 million people in areas currently inaccessible to international humanitarian actors. Banditry and sundry crimes. We noted that the North Central and Northwest zones are afflicted with a multidimensional crisis rooted in long-standing tensions between ethnic and religious groups, and involves attacks by criminal groups and banditry, such as kidnapping and grand larceny along major highways. These rampaging gangs of heavily armed criminals continue to terrorize northwest and central states with audacious regularity and unchecked impunity, stripping the government of its prerogative for the use of force and consequent loss of control of the nation's land borders, forests, highways, railways, and airways. Since January 2020, about 50,000 people fled from their homes in the Northwest alone, according to the International Organization for Migration. And more than 80,000 additional people have fled to neighboring Niger Republic over the past 2 years. Between the 28th March and 3rd of April 2020, armed clashes and banditry have led to new waves of population displacement, estimated at 8.812 individuals affected by the attacks. Between this period, March and April, in Chukum local government area, a train coming from Abuja and heading towards Kaduna was attacked on 28th March 2022, affecting 923 individuals on board, with 23 injuries and 11 casualties. A total of 7,828 individuals were displaced to neighboring wards in the local government areas of Giwa, Katia, and Kagarko in Kaduna State, in Sabua in Katsina State, in Basa in Plateau State, in Raba and Wurno in Sokoto State, and Talata Mafara in Zamfara State, with a total of 161 casualties reported, including 100 injuries and 61 fatalities. Women and girls are the most vulnerable. Thousands have been abducted since the crisis began. Many more face gender-based violence, including sexual violence, trafficking, and forced survival sex in exchange for food and basic items. Huge sums of money, running into billions, had been extorted from communities and carted into dense forests to reinforce criminal activities. Defense corruption. The retreat noted that Nigeria currently faces considerable corruption risk across the defense institutions, with extremely limited controls in operations and procurement. Though oversight mechanisms are in place, they often lack coordination, expertise, resources, and adequate preparation and willingness to fully perform their role. We note that corruption has an undeniable impact on the current security situation, resulting in the waste of billions of dollars worth of public funds through corrupt defense procurement practices and the abuse of the opaque security funding system known as security boards. These are public funds that could have been otherwise more productively directed towards countering security threats and building a modern and efficient defense force. Poverty. The retreat noted that all over Northern Nigerian communities, hunger is striking millions of homes. Inflation is making life difficult by the day. People are losing jobs. Businesses are closing down. Infrastructure is decaying. Young people are losing hope. Hospitals are full of people who suffer mysterious diseases and they cannot afford the fees. This situation exacerbates the security situation and poses severe threat of greater conflict. Resolutions. On the security states to present and discuss a comprehensive action plan put together by the CNG to check the situation. 2, to demand an immediate and transparent comprehensive investigation into allegations of defense corruption running into billions of naira. 3, to demand urgent government explanation on what is inhibiting the ability of Nigerian armed forces to effectively tackle the insurgent threats in the northeast, banditry and kidnappings in the northwest, as well as respond to the secessionist violence in the southeast, oil bunkering in the Niger Delta, the conflicts in the north central, and the threat of maritime piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. The retreat humanitarian issues. The retreat resolved to alert the nation to wake up to the magnitude of the humanitarian disaster that Boko Haram and activities of bandits have created. Humanitarian issues. Not unmindful of the commendable rehabilitation of efforts going on in the northeast, the retreat resolved to alert the nation to wake up to the magnitude of the humanitarian disaster that Boko Haram and activities of bandits have created, and 1, to warn of the imminent dangers of neglecting millions of our fellow citizens who are internally displaced and hundreds of thousands of orphans with hunger and malnutrition previously unknown to our land becoming alarming features of existence. 2, to warn that dealing with this humanitarian disaster will require a stronger political will and deployment of the highest administrative and managerial competence than those in place today. 3, to recognize that the simultaneous challenges of continuing the fight against Boko Haram, rehabilitating IDPs, and rebuilding lives, communities, and infrastructure will require the best in leadership capacities. 4, to warn that the current quality of coordination of efforts, management of skills and resources, and the capacities and integrity of government agencies do not do justice to the magnitude of the problems or address the sense of urgency in dealing with an escalating disaster. 5, to demand government to overhaul the existing institutional mechanisms involved in dealing with the management of the humanitarian disaster before the problem becomes much worse than it is. On 2023 elections, the retreat resolved to call on the northern voters to remain ever vigilant on the direction the coming round of fresh elections will take by 1, resisting the temptation to vote solely across political party, region, tribe, or religious basis, and instead choose to install a credible leadership that could see the nation through and out of its current situation, from, if needs be, even the so-called peripheral parties. 2, to demand from every candidate seeking northern votes to provide comprehensive programs for the development of the region and promotion and protection of northern interests around security and the economy. Undue United Nations interference. The retreat resolved to reiterate the against undue interference by the international community, particularly the United Nations, in the internal security affairs of the country, and to 1. Caution the United Nations to desist from allowing some of its officials to drag it into international disrepute by interfering in particularly the matter of the trial of the IPOB leader, Navikano. 2. To caution the Nigerian authorities against succumbing to undue pressure from whatever quarter so as to avoid setting a dangerous precedent in the country. 3. To question the interest of the United Nations in the legitimate trial of an accused whose actions and utterances duly qualify him as terrorist in the context of all the international treaties and conventions ratified by the United Nations itself. Closure of universities. The retreat ratified the following 4 resolutions by the students' wing on the lingering crisis between the federal government and unions of universities, resulting in the indefinite closure of universities and higher institutions. 1. To first and foremost direct state chapters to meet with their respective state chapters of ASU to gain real insight into their grievances and the level of government commitment. 2. To take drastic action to attract greater local and international attention. 3. To wage a sustained, widespread online campaign. 4. To condemn unequivocally the obvious double standards and deception by the Nigerian Labour Congress with its unexplained silence on its pledge to resume a 3-day nationwide solidarity protest several days after the expiration of their 2 weeks ultimatum for government to act to resolve the university workers' crisis. Structural reforms in the CNG. The National Executive Council resolved to pass some structural reforms and ratified by the Congress, which includes mandating all executive office holders contesting for elections in political parties to relinquish the executive offices and concentrate on their campaigns without distraction. Thank you very much. We'll come to the